All right. Should be for everybody now. All right. I think I got this. How's everybody doing? This is my first stream ever, so working out some of the kinks, and I'm just figuring out how to mute and unmute my microphones so it doesn't go crazy. So I'm going to do a little bit of warming up. Hope everybody's doing great. And we'll get started in, I don't know, a couple minutes here. And with kind of describing the stream, and hopefully if a couple more people join us, then we'll get going with it. So just a second. I'm a big fan of. I don't know anything about wine. I know one. I think it's Italian wine, or French wine, or something like that. Louis Jadot. I guess that wouldn't be Italian, would it? Red usually. But pretty soon you're probably just going to want to switch to whiskey or something like that. So. What's up, Brett? Vanderbilt, how you guys doing? David? I don't know. Probably not. But you never know. We'll see how I'm doing. I have recently re-listened to it, and I kind of forgot how hard this piece was. So, yeah. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting stream, I think. I appreciate the support, Chris. If you know anybody at Netflix. Well, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I have no idea what kind of response there will be to this, so I don't know if I should wait or if I should get going. So I thought I'd just talk about why I came up, why I wanted to start doing this stream, and why I thought it might be kind of neat to do. I've done some master classes. What could be louder? My voice? All right. Let's see if that's better. Trumpet could be louder. All right. We can fix that. I'll turn the thing back down. Everybody just calm down, all right? Working out some of the kinks. I'll move the mic a little closer. That should help a little bit. Uh-oh, mute that guy. All right, hopefully that's better. Is that better, Professor? Well, I don't know. There's an 8-second delay. I don't know if anyone's ever done any... all right. Let's just turn the gain all the way up and see what happens there. Yeah, there's an 8-second delay on the feed, so it's gonna take me a second or two, or maybe a stream or two to get used to that. So, all right. And it's gonna take me a little while to get used to muting and unmuting my various mics. Okay. So yeah, this project for me, hopefully will be pretty cool. I thought it would be nice to have a reason to... I needed a reason to learn a new piece beyond just wanting to learn a new piece, and so I thought the poll would kind of be a nice way to do it. And I've done a fair amount of masterclasses and things where I noticed that everybody plays really well, but sometimes you get the feeling that maybe... executing things in the practice room or deciding how we're going to choose to do things in the practice room, and what ways we're going to tackle the various problems of building something, especially from the ground up. Maybe not something we've learned over the course of time, but something that we're just starting out to learn. And so I thought, since I have, I don't know, I don't really care about exposing kind of what it could look like or what it should look like. I just think it would be nice to start with something and see where it goes. So in that way, probably the best thing to do would be to demonstrate where I'm at right now on the Jolivet. It's been a lot of years. I've never practiced it, and it's been a lot of years since I've heard it. So actually just before the stream, I listened to the Maurice Andre recording of it, and I realized it's harder than I remember it being. So that's pretty exciting. And but for the sake of this stream being about the observation of progress and dealing with how do we just make progress, not necessarily getting to a point where it's the best interpretation. I'm not really interested in saying I have the best interpretation or everybody needs to do it the way I'm doing it. I just kind of want to open a dialogue about this is how I would approach learning something and the ways I would break things down, and hopefully it's interesting stuff to people, and if it's something there that can be gleaned, something that we can take away, cool, that'd be great. I kind of wanted to do it in the live stream format, so we have a chat room and we can also just talk about things. And so if there's any questions or anybody thinks, they say, oh, that's interesting, I would have done it this way, I think the more communication, the better. So we'll get started here. Like I said, I think the best thing to do is just to demonstrate where I'm at. So some of this is going to be okay, but a lot of this is just going to be, I don't know, maybe not amazing. So, but I think it's important to show that I do not know how this goes, so that when we get to the end of the process, we can observe how much progress was made, and if in an amount of time, how much progress is reasonable to make, and then also, yeah, just how much progress could be made. So I'm gonna play a couple more notes, and then if there's any questions or any comments, I'm happy to answer those. But if it doesn't look like it, I'm just gonna dive right into performing Jolivet's Concertino for trumpet, piano, and orchestra. All right, well, without further ado, here it goes. My best interpretation as it currently stands of Jolivet's Concertino. I will see you guys on the other side. We'll start that over. I'm going to give that a start over. Maybe a bit of a mulligan there. mute comes out, right? Did the mute come out before that? Yes, mute was supposed to come out right there. Missed that. So, pretty good so far. Oh, that light just went off. Yeah, pretty good so far. Sort of not really have any idea what's going on, but we're just going to keep plowing through. And Heartstock, I know I should practice more. That's what this whole thing's about. If you were on time, you would understand that. That's why I gotta practice. So I have no idea. I even listened to it. Still haven't. Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, so last 2 pages. I feel that I'm gonna do this for posterity's sake, but there's just no possible way I'm gonna be able to play any of this stuff. So bear with me, and then we'll be done, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so thank you, Andy, for pointing that out. It's one of those great practice chairs. Anyway, yeah. So obviously that was pretty rough, and it wasn't super exciting to do that. Other than to say that it needed to be done, I think. So now we have a thing, and it'll be up on my Facebook, so everybody can listen to it, and everybody can say, "Oh, like that's what he sounded like." And I don't mind putting myself out there, but like I said, now at this point, what I think will happen is I'll go back and listen to that and make very, very detailed notes, and I won't practice the piece at all until next Sunday, a week from today. And so I might even publish. Feel free to comment if anybody would be interested in me publishing my, like, writing on Facebook, writing on my page, what kind of notes I took from it. Obviously a lot of it is it's obvious that I just need to learn the licks and stuff like that, but how I would write it down, how I would keep track of all that stuff. If that's interesting to anybody, I'd be happy to do it. But if not, I'm just going to make a note of it and then start to drop a plan of which sections I need to hit, because in my opinion, if I'm given a limited amount of time to learn this piece, I'm going to hit the things that need to be hit the most. So probably starting with the last 2 pages and working my way backwards from there. And then from there, I would be happy to also have discussions on, if anybody wants to have discussions on interpretations. Like, I'm not necessarily doing this, again, to create the best or most optimal or whatever interpretation, but I still think me learning about the piece and... what's up, Cody? How you doing, man? Me learning about the piece, and I can do my own research and things, but if there's people out there that know, they've done some research on this piece, and they know things that, help shed new light on parts of it that would help the interpretation or help me understand, I'd be open to that. I kind of want to have this be, like I said, as open of a thing for everyone as possible. So, does anybody have any questions about any of that kind of thing or any ideas? This is going to be a shorter live stream because I'm not going to practice tonight. I'm just going to run it and kind of talk about the process. So I want this to be as much for the process of, like I said, the open forum as possible. So, all right, Andy. Yes, Professor Anderson is correct. That's basically what my plan is. I am playing a. Hang on, I got to look at the other stream, the other thing here. So I'm playing a. Can you even see that? Is it even close? All right, you can't. It's a Hammond design, 2MB4 with a 26 throat, and then you can't see it, but it's got my initials. It's got my initials stamped down there, cause, you know. But yeah, Professor Anderson pretty much nailed it for me, at least. My plan is to play slow and slur the whole thing until I learn it. Now, I have sort of a system of how I've developed, picking what tempos and things like that, and so I'll be going over that as well. So, anyway. Also, I hope like the quality. I've spent some time making sure this stuff hopefully looks good, hopefully it sounds good. So any feedback on that kind of thing would be appreciated as well. Yeah, I was using my wife's MacBook Pro, and I was setting it up yesterday. Everything was great. And when I was trying to do it today, I was dropping frames like crazy, which I just learned that means it would be skipping a lot. And so I bought a new computer for today, like 2 hours ago. That's good. Again, I'm using you can't really see it, but I'm using a Sennheiser E609 to record the trumpet, or to capture the trumpet. It's probably a foot in front of my bell and maybe a foot or two kind of above my bell. This microphone right here is a Samson Q2U. And I'm using it obviously to capture my voice. And then my webcam is a Logitech, I think a C922. I can try to add reverb. I don't know if Streamlab, if this will let me do it, but I will research into that for next time. I'll give it my best shot and see what I can come up with. So I know, Heartsack, it's cause I got muscles, bud. Raise the trumpet mic so you aren't getting so much of. Okay, I'll try that. It seemed like it was too quiet, so I moved it closer to the trumpet. Kevin, I'm using this mic. This mic I'm using as a USB mic. Although I have an XLR cable for it, and then I have a Focusrite 2i2 whatever that's called, preamp, I guess, for the Sennheiser trumpet mic. But I could plug in. I'm just using it as USB, so I can have two different inputs and do the push to mute. Cody, I could play that. Jason, do you think moving the stand would get rid of the stand reflection, or should I just raise the mic? Actually, I think maybe another stream for that. Maybe another stream for that wrestling question. Hey Nick, what's up, bud? Look at me, I'm on the computer. I'm on the computer. I mean, I think I could put the stand there. So this is really exciting for me. Maybe it's like I don't know, something to do or whatever. But for me, this is pretty cool project, and I'm hoping that I learn a lot from it, not only in learning the piece, but also learning about my playing by recording so much. If I can figure out how to make your chop cam work, sure, I'd love to play around with the chop cam. So, I'm going to be as consistent as I can be with doing this. Hopefully it'll be every Sunday at 6. Yeah, I figured most of who would show up at first would be my friends and stuff like that, giving me a hard time, which is totally cool. But they're just right here, bud. They're right here. But yeah, so thank you for being patient. Isn't it America's Funniest Home Videos, Professor? Yeah, so anyway, well, thank you guys again. I'm gonna do a little bit of listening, and again, like if you think this could be beneficial to anybody, just to watch the process. Hey Natalie, hey Teo, how you guys doing? I'm just, like I said, I'll be here, and I hope that if it helps anybody, or if it's beneficial at all, that would be awesome. So if there's any other questions, I'm happy to take them. If not, I'm gonna let everybody go. Okay. It's hard to tell because there's an 8-second delay, so I'm just sitting here staring at the screen waiting for anything to pop up. And then I'm also watching the Facebook stream so I can watch myself 8 seconds later. This is very weird. It's going to take some time to get used to. So thanks everybody for watching. It means a lot to have the support. So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.